This is from John Steinbeck, The Grapes of Wrath. The man who is more than his chemistry, walking in the earth, turning his plow point for a stone, dropping his handles to slide over an outcropping, kneeling in the earth to eat his lunch. That man who is more than his elements knows the land that is more than its analysis. But the machine man, driving a dead tractor on land he does not know and love, understands only chemistry, and he is contemptuous of the land and of himself. When the corrugated iron doors are shut, he goes home, and his home is not the land. The book, The Great Reset, talks about two other great resets, the 1870s and the 1930s. And it acknowledges that, we write history, we look back and we say, this is what happened, this is the development that occurred, and we sort of forget the angst, the anxiety, the despair that was going on in the middle of these great depressions. And he's pretty clear that that's kind of the feeling now. This is a very optimistic book. This book says there will be a new Great Reset. Listen to the subtitle, How New Ways of Living and Working Drive Post-Crash Prosperity. This is a terrific book because it talks about what did happen. It talks about what was the anxiety, the angst of the past. And he says, when we come out of this one, we will have reset it again, and that will be the Great Reset. Both times, the Depression of the 1870s, the Great Depression of the 1930s, we emerged from those dark times healthier and wealthier than before, and it can happen again. The real point of looking backward is to learn for the future. The places that thrive today, this is a great point, are those with the highest velocity of ideas, the highest density of talented and creative people, and the highest rate of metabolism. What a great word. Velocity and density are not words that many people use when describing suburbia. From page 112. This is one of the real significant points of this book. Finance siphons off talent from key parts of the real economy. It's time we stop confusing the practice of moving money around with generating real wealth. It has in it the percentages of Harvard graduates who used to enter this field and that field, and now they enter finance. And there are so many of the top graduates who are now making their living just moving money around rather than building what he calls the real economy. And so this is part of the problem, and this is going to bring about the reset. You can read the rest of this on your own. Here's what I think. Richard Florida kind of writes in the style of Tom Friedman. He takes complex issues and he makes them popularized and understandable. He's not predicting a future, but he is saying this. In our angst of the past, as we look back, what needed to happen happened. It's going to happen again. The Great Reset, How New Ways of Living and Working Drive Post-Crash Prosperity. Hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.